Over 60. Never eat cucumber with these three foods. It can cause serious health problems. Turning 60 is not the end of strength, it's the beginning of a more delicate balance. At this stage of life, the body becomes wiser, but also more sensitive. Foods that once felt harmless can quietly start creating problems. Bloating, weak digestion, blood sugar swings, or even strain on the kidneys. Cucumber may seem light and refreshing, but when combined with certain foods, it can create reactions that many seniors don't realize. These combinations may disturb digestion, interfere with nutrients, and leave the body feeling uncomfortable. Today, 3 dangerous food pairings will be revealed that every senior must avoid. Before learning these important combinations, take a moment to subscribe and like this video. Staying informed can protect health, energy, and independence after 60. Share in the comments. Do you eat cucumber daily? Small habits can make a big difference in staying strong and comfortable. Cucumber and tomatoes should not be eaten together after the age of 60, because this combination can quietly disturb digestion and create ongoing discomfort in the gut. While it appears light and refreshing, especially in salads, the way these two foods break down inside the body is very different. Cucumber is mostly water and moves quickly through the digestive system. Tomatoes, on the other hand, are more acidic and take longer to digest. When foods digest at different speeds, they can create a mismatch in the stomach and intestines. Some doctors explain that when one food begins digesting while another lingers, it can increase the risk of fermentation, leading to gas and bloating. After 60, the digestive system naturally becomes slower and more sensitive. Research shows that stomach acid production gradually declines with age, and digestive enzyme levels may also decrease. This means the body already works harder to break down food efficiently. When cucumber and tomatoes are eaten together, cucumber's high water content can dilute stomach acids that are already reduced. At the same time, the acidity of tomatoes may irritate a stomach lining that has become more delicate over the years. This combination can result in discomfort that may not be immediately linked to the salad on the plate. Fermentation inside the gut is one of the main concerns with this pairing. When food is not broken down properly, bacteria in the intestines begin to act on it, producing gas as a byproduct. In younger adults with strong digestion, this may cause only mild bloating. In seniors, however, even small digestive disturbances can lead to noticeable swelling in the abdomen, cramping, or a feeling of pressure after meals. Gastroenterologists often warn that repeated bloating is not just uncomfortable, it can also affect appetite, sleep quality, and overall energy levels. Tomatoes contain natural acids such as citric acid and malic acid. These compounds are healthy in moderation, but for older adults with acid reflux or gastritis, they can trigger burning sensations or regurgitation. When combined with cucumber, which cools and moistens the stomach environment, the digestive process may become less efficient. The stomach relies on a balanced acidic environment to break down proteins and absorb nutrients. Dilution of this acid, especially in someone whose acid levels are already low, can delay digestion and create heaviness that lingers for hours. Some doctors note that seniors often report feeling unusually full after what appears to be a small, light meal. A cucumber and tomato salad may seem harmless, yet the internal digestive reaction may tell a different story. Slower breakdown of food means nutrients such as vitamins and minerals may not be absorbed as effectively. Over time, this reduced absorption can contribute to fatigue or weakness, particularly if the digestive system is frequently strained by incompatible food pairings. The speed difference in digestion plays a significant role. Cucumber passes through quickly because it contains very little fiber compared to many vegetables and is composed mostly of water. Tomatoes, though also containing water, have a different fiber structure and natural acids that require more digestive processing. When the faster digesting cucumber moves ahead while tomatoes remain, it can disturb the rhythm of the digestive tract. This imbalance may not cause immediate pain, but repeated episodes can gradually weaken digestive comfort. Some older adults believe that adding cucumber to tomatoes will neutralize acidity because cucumber feels cooling. However, the cooling sensation does not mean the internal chemical interaction becomes balanced. In fact, the additional water content may weaken the stomach's ability to maintain the strong acidic environment needed for efficient digestion. This subtle imbalance may go unnoticed at first, but over weeks and months, repeated discomfort may become more frequent. Research in aging and digestion highlights that enzyme production decreases steadily after midlife. The pancreas and stomach do not respond as quickly or strongly as they once did. This means the body benefits from simpler, easier-to-digest combinations, rather than mixed foods that challenge its timing. When two foods require different digestive conditions, such as varying acidity levels, the system must work harder. For someone over 60, preserving digestive strength is important for maintaining weight, nutrient levels, and daily vitality. Asterisk. There is also the question of individual tolerance. Some seniors may eat cucumber and tomatoes together occasionally, without noticeable symptoms. However, many digestive issues in later life develop gradually. Mild bloating today may become persistent discomfort later. Doctors often recommend minimizing combinations known to create digestive imbalance, especially if there is a history of reflux, ulcers, or chronic indigestion. Asterisk. The stomach lining becomes thinner with age, and protective mucus layers may not regenerate as quickly. Tomatoes, due to their acidity, can irritate a sensitive lining. When digestion is slowed by diluted stomach acid from watery foods, that irritation can last longer. Prolonged exposure to acidic content may contribute to inflammation in susceptible individuals. This is why some healthcare professionals suggest separating acidic foods from high-water vegetables during meals. Asterisk. Another subtle effect involves mineral absorption. Stomach acid plays a key role in absorbing nutrients such as iron and vitamin B12. If acid is diluted too often, absorption efficiency may decrease. Seniors are already at higher risk of deficiencies in these nutrients. While cucumber and tomatoes both contain beneficial vitamins, their pairing may unintentionally interfere with how effectively those nutrients are utilized by the body. Asterisk. Digestive comfort is closely linked to overall well-being after 60. When bloating, heaviness, or reflux become common, appetite may decline. Reduced appetite can lead to smaller meals and insufficient protein intake, which affects muscle maintenance. Though cucumber and tomatoes are individually healthy foods, their combination may quietly contribute to digestive strain that influences broader health patterns. Asterisk. Some nutrition experts suggest that eating tomatoes alone, or with protein sources that support balanced digestion, may be better tolerated than mixing them with high-water vegetables. Cucumber, when eaten separately, is often gentle and hydrating. The issue lies not in the individual foods, but in how they interact inside a slower, more sensitive digestive system. Asterisk. The goal after 60 is not to fear food, but to understand how the body responds differently than it once did. What felt refreshing decades ago may now require more thoughtful timing. Separating cucumber and tomatoes into different meals allows each to be digested under more stable conditions. This simple adjustment may reduce bloating and promote steadier nutrient absorption. Asterisk. For those who frequently experience gas, heaviness, or mild heartburn after salads, reconsidering this combination may provide noticeable relief. Doctors often emphasize that small dietary changes can make a meaningful difference in comfort and quality of life. Avoiding cucumber and tomatoes together, especially in large portions or late evening meals, may protect digestion and preserve the body's limited digestive strength. Asterisk. The digestive system benefits from simplicity. When foods work in harmony with the body's natural rhythm, meals leave a feeling of lightness rather than pressure. Choosing to avoid this particular pairing is a gentle way to support gut health, reduce discomfort, and maintain steady energy. In the years when the body deserves extra care, asterisk, cucumber and milk should not be consumed together after the age of 60, because this pairing can create digestive imbalance in an already sensitive system. Milk is a complex food that requires sufficient stomach acid and strong digestive enzymes to break down its proteins and natural sugars. Cucumber, on the other hand, is high in water and has a cooling effect on the digestive tract. Asterisk. When eaten together, cucumber may dilute digestive juices that are needed to properly process milk, making digestion slower and more difficult for older adults. Milk contains lactose and casein, both of which demand active enzymatic breakdown. Lactase, the enzyme responsible for digesting lactose, naturally declines with age. Research shows that many adults over 60 produce significantly less lactase than they did in younger years. When milk is consumed alone, the digestive system already works harder to manage it. When combined with cucumber, which increases fluid volume in the stomach, the concentration of digestive acids may decrease further. Some doctors warn that diluted stomach acid can delay the breakdown of milk proteins, leading to fermentation and discomfort in the gut. Asterisk. As digestion slows with age, the stomach empties more gradually. This means food stays longer in the digestive tract, increasing the chance of bloating and gas if digestion is incomplete. When milk remains partially undigested due to weakened acid levels, bacteria in the intestines begin to act on lactose. This process produces gas, which can lead to abdominal pressure and cramps. In seniors, even mild bloating can feel intense because abdominal muscles may be weaker and more sensitive than before. Cucumbers. High water content is often praised for hydration, but inside the stomach it can thin out gastric juices. Adequate acidity is essential not only for breaking down food, but also for protecting against harmful bacteria. When milk is introduced into a diluted environment, its proteins may curdle improperly. This can cause a heavy sensation in the stomach, sometimes followed by nausea or loose stools. Gastroenterologists explain that incomplete protein digestion often leads to intestinal discomfort, especially in people whose digestive systems are already compromised by age. Loose stools are another possible outcome of this combination. When lactose is not properly digested, it draws water into the intestines through a process known as osmotic effect. This can result in diarrhea or frequent bowel movements. If cucumber has already increased fluid content in the digestive tract, the effect may become more pronounced. Older adults are more vulnerable to dehydration, and repeated episodes of loose stools can disturb electrolyte balance and overall strength. Mucus formation is also commonly reported when milk is poorly digested. Some medical experts suggest that in individuals sensitive to dairy, incomplete breakdown of milk proteins may trigger mild inflammatory responses in the gut. When cucumber is consumed at the same time, the cooling and moistening effect may further alter gut balance, increasing the feeling of heaviness or coating in the throat and stomach. While not dangerous for everyone, this reaction can be uncomfortable and persistent in seniors. Another concern involves stomach acid levels. After 60, many people experience hypochlorhydria, a condition characterized by low stomach acid. This condition can make digestion of proteins, including those in milk, more difficult. When watery foods like cucumber are consumed simultaneously, stomach acid may become even less concentrated. Protein molecules that are not fully broken down in the stomach move into the intestines, where they may cause irritation or increase bacterial fermentation. Over time, this can contribute to irregular digestion patterns. Even when blended into smoothies or milkshakes, the issue remains. Some seniors believe that mixing cucumber into yogurt drinks or milk-based beverages makes them lighter and easier to digest. However, blending does not eliminate the internal digestive requirements of each ingredient. Once swallowed, the stomach must still process milk proteins under specific acidic conditions. If those conditions are weakened by excess fluid, digestion may remain incomplete. Nighttime. Consumption of this combination can be particularly uncomfortable. Digestion naturally slows in the evening as the body prepares for rest. Drinking milk with cucumber at night may increase the likelihood of bloating or mild reflux while lying down. Sleep quality may be affected if the stomach feels unsettled. Doctors often emphasize that older adults benefit from gentle, easily digestible evening meals to support restorative sleep. Another subtle effect involves nutrient absorption. Proper stomach acid levels are necessary for absorbing nutrients such as calcium and vitamin B12, both abundant in milk. If digestion is compromised, absorption efficiency may decline. Seniors are already at higher risk of deficiencies in these nutrients, which are essential for bone strength and nerve function. Repeated dilution of stomach acid may gradually influence how effectively these nutrients are utilized. The digestive tract becomes less resilient with age. The protective lining of the stomach and intestines may respond more sensitively to imbalance. When milk is not properly broken down, it can increase intestinal gas and create pressure against the intestinal walls. Combined with cucumber's water content, this may produce uncomfortable fullness. Some patients report a feeling of gurgling or shifting in the abdomen after consuming this pairing. Individual tolerance varies, but the risk increases with advancing age and reduced enzyme production. Seniors who already experience mild indigestion may find that this combination intensifies symptoms. Paying attention to repeated patterns of discomfort can help identify problematic food pairings. Doctors frequently advise simplifying meals, rather than combining foods with opposing digestive qualities. The goal is not to avoid milk or cucumber entirely, as both offer valuable nutrients when consumed appropriately. The concern lies specifically in consuming them together, particularly in large portions or in dairy-heavy meals. Allowing milk to be digested under optimal acidic conditions without dilution may reduce digestive strain. Similarly, enjoying cucumber separately may allow it to move gently through the system without interfering with protein digestion. As the body ages, digestive efficiency becomes a limited resource. Protecting that efficiency supports comfort, nutrient absorption, and daily energy. Avoiding cucumber with milk, milkshakes, or dairy-rich dishes is a small but meaningful adjustment that may prevent bloating, cramps, and loose stools. For those over 60, gentle food combinations can make a noticeable difference in maintaining digestive balance and preserving overall well-being. Cucumber eaten alongside fried or oily foods should be avoided after the age of 60 because this combination can place unnecessary stress on digestion. Fried foods are dense, heavy, and rich in fat. They require strong stomach acid, steady bile release from the gallbladder, and coordinated enzyme activity from the pancreas to be broken down properly. Cucumber, by contrast, is mostly water and has a cooling effect on the digestive tract. When these two are consumed together, the water content of cucumber may dilute digestive juices at the very moment the body needs them most to process fats. Fats are the slowest macronutrient to digest. After 60, the digestive system naturally becomes less efficient. Research shows that bile production and gallbladder responsiveness may decline with age. Bile is essential for emulsifying fats so they can be absorbed. When bile flow is weaker, fatty meals remain in the stomach longer, creating heaviness. If cucumber is added to the same meal, the dilution of stomach acid may further slow the initial breakdown of food. Some gastroenterologists explain that proper fat digestion begins in the stomach and continues in the small intestine, and both stages depend on adequate digestive strength. Many seniors believe that adding cucumber to a fried meal makes it lighter or easier to tolerate. While cucumber feels refreshing in the mouth, its internal effect is different. The stomach must maintain a certain acidic environment to signal the gallbladder and pancreas to release bile and enzymes. Excess water from cucumber may temporarily reduce the concentration of acid in the stomach. When acid levels drop, the digestive process becomes less coordinated. Fat may not be broken down efficiently, leading to discomfort that appears an hour or two after eating. Is one of the most common complaints among older adults. Symptoms often include fullness, burping, upper abdominal pressure, or mild nausea. When fried foods linger in the stomach because they are not fully digested, gas can build up. The addition of cucumber may contribute to this by increasing stomach volume and altering digestive timing. Doctors frequently observe that mixed meals combining high fat with high water content can disturb gastric emptying, especially in individuals with slower metabolism. Acidity and heartburn can also become more pronounced with this pairing. Fried foods relax the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that prevents stomach acid from rising into the esophagus. When this muscle becomes looser, acid can move upward more easily. If digestion is slowed by diluted stomach acid from cucumber, food remains in the stomach longer, increasing pressure. That pressure can push acid upward, causing burning sensations in the chest or throat. For seniors already prone to reflux, this combination may intensify symptoms. Gas formation is another concern. When fats are not properly emulsified and digested, they move into the intestines in larger particles. Gut bacteria then act on partially digested food, producing gas. Bloating may feel more severe in older adults because abdominal muscles lose tone with age. The sensation of tightness or swelling can interfere with comfort and mobility. Some doctors advise that repeated bloating after fatty meals is a sign that digestion is under stress. Blood sugar fluctuations are another important consideration. Many fried foods are not only high in fat, but also rich in refined carbohydrates. Fat slows the absorption of carbohydrates, which can delay blood sugar spikes but also prolong them. When digestion is further slowed by diluted stomach acid, glucose may enter the bloodstream in an uneven pattern. Some studies suggest that large, heavy meals can contribute to unstable blood sugar levels in older adults, especially those with insulin resistance. The presence of cucumber does not neutralize this effect and may complicate digestive timing even more. Gallbladder function deserves special attention in people over 60. The gallbladder stores bile and releases it when fatty foods enter the digestive tract. With age, gallbladder contractions may become less efficient. If a heavy, oily meal requires a strong bile response and the body cannot deliver it effectively, discomfort often follows. Adding cucumber into this situation may seem harmless, but the extra fluid can interfere with the precise signaling needed for coordinated digestion. Seniors with a history of gallstones or gallbladder weakness may feel sharper pain or cramping after such meals. Asterisk. Liver health also plays a role in fat digestion. The liver produces bile, and its efficiency can decline due to aging or long-term dietary habits. When liver function is strained, processing fatty foods becomes more challenging. Some healthcare professionals caution that repeatedly overwhelming the digestive system with heavy combinations can gradually increase digestive fatigue. Cucumber's cooling quality does not support fat metabolism in this context and may further reduce digestive intensity when it is most needed. Asterisk. The sensation of heaviness after meals is often dismissed as normal aging, but doctors emphasize that persistent digestive discomfort is not inevitable. The stomach and intestines still respond to how food is combined. When meals are structured in a way that challenges digestive coordination, symptoms become more noticeable. Fried foods demand focused digestive effort. Introducing large amounts of watery vegetables at the same time may interrupt that effort. Asterisk. For seniors who frequently experience bloating, reflux, or irregular bowel habits after eating fried foods, reconsidering this pairing may provide relief. Some doctors suggest that listening to repeated digestive signals is essential for maintaining long-term gut health. Avoiding cucumber alongside fried or oily dishes is a practical step that supports smoother digestion and reduces strain on the stomach, gallbladder, and liver. Asterisk. Protecting digestion after 60 is about preserving comfort and strength. When the body no longer processes heavy meals as easily as before, thoughtful food combinations become more important. Choosing not to mix cucumber with fried or oily foods may help reduce indigestion, stabilize digestion, and support overall gut health in the years when the digestive system deserves extra care and respect. Thank you for spending these few minutes here. Growing older does not mean giving up strength or comfort. With the right foods and small daily choices, the body can continue to support you well. This channel is here to share simple, research-based guidance that helps people over 50 stay steady, active, and confident. Take care of yourself, listen to your body, and join us again for the next video.